If you are new to No Man's Sky or coming back after several years, you may be wondering what expeditions are. For the veteran players returning, these are community expeditions, not the fleet ones you send from your freighter. So let's briefly cover what they are and how to take part. Expeditions are time-limited, curated adventures within No Man's Sky. The two biggest pulls are the unique stories that sometimes even have special changes to the game, such as resetting progress to a checkpoint on death, like in the Leviathan expedition, and time dilation effects, such as in the most recent expedition, The Cursed. The other big pull is that these expeditions give rewards that are account-wide. The primary rewards offered by completing full phases and the expedition as a whole are redeemable on every save you have and will have on that account. Similar to Twitch drop rewards and Quicksilver items, you can redeem these rewards from the Quicksilver Synthesis Companion on the Anomaly. These rewards are usually very much worth it, including things like unique frigates, unique and powerful starships and multi-tools, epic customizations you can't otherwise obtain, unique base building plans and more. Expeditions are their own game mode, like creative, normal, survival and permadeath. You start each expedition from the same vantage point as everyone else, and what is essentially a fresh character. But of course, the expedition is made for this. This is a pretty cool concept as it means anyone can take part. Beginners won't have the problem of not having the correct equipment, and veteran players won't have too much equipment, voiding the entire challenge. Each expedition has a number of milestones for you to complete. These are split into 5 different phases. Each phase will have a rendezvous point of some kind. This is a specific location. Everyone starts on the same planet in the galaxy. You then have these 5 rendezvous points that are also the same for everyone, creating hubs of immense activity with the entire player base. Outside of this curated route that is the same for every player, there is full freedom to roam the galaxy at your whim. Generally, milestones in a phase can be completed within the system where that phase's rendezvous is located, though this is not always the case, which is why tips and step-by-step guides are popular for finding such things as a nearby system with a specific type of fauna. Each milestone has rewards. The individual milestone rewards are just for the expedition save, and are sometimes required for progression or other times just helpful, though it is quite possible to bring many of those rewards to your main save, which I'll cover shortly. In order to take part in an expedition, one has to be active at the time. For quite some time now, there has basically always been an expedition running. There is usually little to no gap from one to the next, so there's usually one to take part in. With one running, you have 2 options. You can either start an expedition as a new save, or start an expedition from within one of your existing saves. For a new save, you just start a new save like any other, and when choosing your game mode, you choose the expedition, as the difficulty settings for an expedition are decided for it already. Most expeditions allow more freedom with these settings, so once inside you can change these to a degree to make things easier or harder. Doing so will not affect the rewards. After you have completed the expedition on a new save, that save will automatically change into a normal mode save, so no permadeath. At which point, main quest lines that were not available within the expedition will be made available, and the expedition's milestone and phase menu will cease to exist. For the other method of starting expedition on an existing save, you simply go to space and summon the anomaly. Inside is an expedition terminal just by the nexus. With this terminal, you can start the expedition, which will create a sub-save within that save for playing it. You can also add some items to aid you in the expedition, but this is almost never really all that helpful, as you rarely save time unless you know exactly what you need and have the items to hand already. This sub-save is mostly separate. You can switch between your primary save and the sub-save at any time. Your inventories and discoveries will be separate, as will your ships, multi-tools, bases, etc. Upon completing expedition, which is to say either the time limit ran out or you completed every non-optional milestone and then claimed all of their rewards, you can end the expedition, which will remove that sub-save, adding the discoveries and bases you made to the primary save, as well as automatically converting any items you had in your inventory to units and nanites, and the currencies you obtained to your primary save. Additional unit and nanite rewards are given for accomplishments made throughout the expedition sub-save. On top of this, when completing expedition in a sub-save, you will have the option within the limited time period to take a number of your items to the main save. This can be incredibly helpful, as there are some very good items that appear in pretty much every expedition that you can choose to save for your primary save. Completing these expeditions on an existing save can be a powerful way to get a great many useful items as well as currency. In this next video, I'll cover how to really maximize the reward gain from expeditions on existing saves, including some very overlooked methods.